On the 17th of March, in the wee hours of 1990, as the city of Boston slumbered, a crime of unprecedented daring was set into motion. A crime that would not only baffle investigators, but would also be etched in the annals of history as one of the most complex and audacious art heists ever. The stage for this daring act was the esteemed Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum, a veritable Aladdin's cave of art and culture. This prestigious museum, named after its founder, Isabella Stewart Gardner, a notable philanthropist and ardent art collector of the late 19th century, was more than just building. It was a fortress of cultural magnificence, designed in the style of a Venetian palace. It housed priceless masterpieces by some of the greatest artists the world has ever known. Vermeer, Rembrandt, Manet, and Degas were not just names here, but living and breathing embodiments of artistic brilliance, their work immortalized within the museum's venerable walls. In the midst of the revelry of St. Patrick's Day celebrations, two men, cunning and audacious, cloaked themselves the guise of police officers. They approached the museum with a seemingly legitimate but falsely conjured story of a disturbance call, exploiting the trust placed in the uniform they wore. The security guards, meant to be the preservers of these timeless masterpieces, were taken in by the charade. The imposters, the very antithesis of the protectors they pretended to be, managed to gain unchallenged access to the museum. Picture this. The irony of the situation was as tragic as it was dramatic. Two men, pretending to be the law's guardians, turned and handcuffed the real guardians of these invaluable treasures. The audacity of the act, the shocking role reversal, would almost be comical if it wasn't so tragic and devastating. The treasures that were preserved and guarded for decades were now left unprotected, vulnerable to the hands of ruthless thieves, all in the early hours of a St. Patrick's Day that the city of Boston, and indeed the world, would never forget. In a meticulously planned operation spanning 81 minutes, 13 extraordinary masterpieces, each a gem in the world of art, were silently lifted and swallowed by the shadows of the night. These 13 masterpieces were not just mere pieces of art, but were coveted treasures of immense cultural and historical significance. The cumulative value of these stolen works was an astounding $500 million, a testament to their priceless artistic worth and rarity. One of the stolen masterpieces that highlights the audacity of the thieves is Johannes Vermeer's The Concert. The masterpiece holds immense value as it is one of the only 34 known works by the Dutch master. Its theft further highlights the audacious and carefully orchestrated nature of the crime. The thieves not only dared to rob such a remarkable piece but also successfully executed their plan, leaving the art world in shock and disbelief. This audacious theft further cements the scale and audacity of this daring art heist. Doubts and speculation encircled one person in particular, Richard Abath, a security guard at the museum. While the scent of suspicion lingered around him, a tangible indictment was elusive. No hard evidence could be found to formally accuse him, leaving a cloud of uncertainty hovering over his involvement. Theories began to form like wildfire, each one more intriguing than the last. Many believed it to be an inside job, a meticulously planned scheme by one of their own. Others postulated the moral decay of organized crime had seeped into the sanctity of the museum. Some even speculated the involvement of the Irish Republican Army, their motivations shrouded in political intrigue and subterfuge. As the labyrinth of suspicion grew, the path to the truth remained concealed in the fog of mystery. Every clue, every breadcrumb, seemed to lead investigators in circles, a dizzying dance around the truth that only deepened the enigma. The Federal Bureau of Investigation, better known as the FBI, took the reins of the investigation in 2013. They made a startling announcement. The thieves had been identified. Yet, in a twist of fate, their identities were kept under wraps, adding another layer of intrigue to this unsolved puzzle. The alleged culprits, however, were longer among the living. An eerie silence fell as this news was revealed. The thieves, it seemed, had taken their secrets to the grave. The case that had everyone on the edge of their seats had now reached a chilling dead end. The resolution had slipped through the cracks, forever lost in the annals of time. The stolen artworks, their whereabouts still shrouded in mystery, leave a noticeable void in the world of art. The museum, in a heart-rending act of commemoration, maintains their places vacant on the walls, a mute homage to the purloined aesthetics. Despite the passage of years, the quest for retrieving the stolen art remains undeterred. This ongoing endeavor includes the release of grainy black and white footage, a crucial piece of evidence. The video, fraught with suspense, shows an unidentified man stealthily entering the museum premises on the eve of the robbery. This footage, although lacking in clarity, has been shared with the public in an attempt to stimulate someone's memory, a hope that perhaps someone might recognize this shadowy figure and shed light on the dark mystery that surrounds. In a bid to encourage public involvement in the search, the museum has taken a notable measure. They have announced a staggering $10 million reward, an amount that underlines their desperation and determination. This colossal sum is promised to anyone who is able to provide information instrumental in leading to the recovery of the stolen pieces. The reward represents a loud call to everyone, a plea for assistance in bringing back the stolen beauty. This is the enigmatic saga of the notorious heist that took place at the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum. A tale that is as audacious and bold as it is cloaked in unresolved mystery. This is not just a story of a theft, but a testament to the audacity that led to the disappearance of 13 pieces of invaluable art, which even today, over 3 decades later, remain missing. The heist, meticulously planned operation carried out by 2 men dressed as police officers, took place on a cold night in March 1990. They managed to convince the security guards to let them in, and in just 81 minutes, they pilfered masterpieces that had been an integral part of the museum's collection. The mystery of where these stolen art pieces now reside continues to baffle and intrigue. Are they hidden away, locked in a secret vault away from prying eyes? Or are they perhaps hanging proudly, albeit illicitly, on the wall of a wealthy collector, their true value known only to a select few? Despite numerous investigations and countless dead ends, the case remains open and the art remains lost. Its ongoing impact is felt not just by the community, but by the public as well. The empty frames hanging in the Gardner Museum stand as a stark reminder of the audacious theft, a mystery that persists even now. All we can do is wait, speculate, and watch.